Good evening, everyone. Merch Hunter Ricky here, and today I am presenting to you 4 devil fruits. 2 of them are kind of a one and the same deal, but you'll see where they vastly differ. And the other 2 are going to be a little bit of kind of, not, I wouldn't say left field, but just things that I wouldn't normally present unless they had their own video dedicated to it or like the theme subject. Without getting any more sidetracked, let's start off with the first 2 devil fruits, the hammer fruit and its mythical Zoan model variant. So the first one is a paramecia, the hammer fruit. And obviously it's going to function as you can turn your limbs into hammers. I was thinking that the user could summon hammers, but I think that doesn't really make sense because even the person that can summon all weapons, Baby 5, her limbs are still turning into it, although when she did Missile Girl, she did separate from her body, and we have yet to figure out how she pulled that off, right? Okay, so the hammer fruit, I would say some basic attack things you could do with it. 1, great pun alert, hammerhead, headbutt someone with your hammer-shaped head. That's just, a no-brainer right there, right? But then you could do crazier things, especially with certain applications, and how your personality varies per devil fruit user. If you know like what kind of hammers are out there and their properties and what makes them better, like one better for direct hitting, one just for consistent usage, and one for like really strong smashes. You can like do like 2 side-to-side smashes, or you'll just have stuff of that nature. And obviously with your hockey variants and your 6 powers variants that I like to put up in the video, there's endless applications for each side, and I always like to choose a hockey specialty for each devil fruit. So for this one I'm going to choose armament, obviously, because what's better than a steel coated hammer, right? Especially knowing if you know going into a fight that your opponent is going to not be as well trained in hockey as you, it's basically a done deal. They would have to be stronger or at least faster than you, because obviously the fighting style for this devil fruit is going to require a little bit of nuance compared to your average devil fruit user. Now, an awakening path for this one, and it doesn't, I don't really see where you can go from here, but I guess you can grab something and turn that into a hammer, but I don't really like the way that works. So I would personally suggest that you can imbue the hammer style on other people and make maybe just give it to one person, or maybe just stupidly turn someone into a nail. I don't really know, because certain paramecias are way vastly overpowered compared to other paramecias. Let's look at Mr. 3 and let's look at Law. Mr. 3 is a fantastic devil fruit user for sure. Took out 2 giants, had most of the Straw Hats strung up on a freaking cake. Everything he did in Impel Down, the way he was able to make Luffy stronger via wax armaments. Then you have Law, who can just replicate just about any devil fruit power imaginable with his Ope Ope no Mi, all the way up to granting someone immortality, and that's not even the awakening of the fruit, that's just one of the applications of said fruit, right? So for the hammer fruit, it's just what can you turn someone to the concept of a nail for the awakening and just donk? I don't know, there's a whole bunch of stuff with it. So that one's a little bit kind of difficult to make an awakening for, so if you have a better one, let me know. Now let's take this one, turn it into a Zoan, and make it a mythical model variant. The Hito no Mi model Thor, right? So right away, you get the Logia gift of lightning, just like NL. But you are Thor, so I'm gonna assume you got your flight, your super strength. Let's say you don't have flight and you're just super strong. I feel like it really wouldn't matter, but I'm pretty sure Thor can fly. Not too sure if the actual Norse story says otherwise. I would have to Google that, and I guess I can just put that below. But super strong, super durable. The ability to summon that hammer of yours, do all the types of things with the hammer. No one else can pick up the hammer, and then you have all your lightning powers. So maybe like a weakness of the devil fruit is when you fully awaken it, you want to drink crazy amounts of alcohol, because I do know that the real Thor was kind of a douchebag, but not the worst person. So I guess starting off with the fruit, I think the first thing you can do is summon lightning and, you know, wield the hammer, but you can't do both. If you were to shift into hybrid form, I'm going to assume you would get some sort of armor indicating such, or maybe the hybrid form is the only time you can summon the lightning while wielding the hammer, and the regular application of the fruit is just wielding the hammer. Not too sure, right? Because human fruits are weird. Like, we never see Sengoku go into a hybrid form. He just turns into the big Buddha statue. Luffy, again, we didn't really see a hybrid form, right? So, you know, those are your things right there. Now, going on to the next fruit is another Zoan type. I don't know how I would word this one other than the crocodile fruit. I guess it would have to be like reptile model crocodile. And this one, I feel like you could also argue ancient Zoan, considering how old crocodiles have been on the, are, and how long they've been on the planet. I would say right off the jump, like your skin is going to be razor sharp and tough to break, and already that's a tremendous boon. You will have the crazy bite grip, and maybe you wouldn't be KO'd underwater, but you'd be like Jack when he fell in the water, just kind of like stuck there. You might have to come up for air eventually, and probably faster than a fish man, but awakening for it, obviously, you're gonna get your rings, your little awakening cloud, and for this one I assume you'll be super strong. I don't think you would be sleek and slender, and again, I could be wrong about that, but that's just my interpretation. I don't think alligators are known for being sleek and slender. Some attacks to suggest with this crocodile devil fruit, obviously, biting down on someone and doing the gator roll. It's something they are known for. As your hybrid form, you're probably going to be at your most intimidating, right? Full-on alligator's form will be useful at times for sure, but the full-on hybrid form is going to be where it's at, and I feel like that's just every Zoan's best part, is the hybrid form, because you don't really need the animal form unless you are a very, very specified animal, because we only see Lucci do it one time. Pell and Chopper, I think combined, are the two Zoan fruit users who use the singular form the most, like the regular animal form. If you can think of another Zoan fruit user that uses the animal form other than Dalton, who I think did it once, right? Everyone just revolves to, or goes in for the hybrid form. Also, Kaku did it by accident, but then he immediately went hybrid, right? So this one might be the one where actually going regular style of the animal, which also something we've never seen someone do, is pretend to be the animal form and trick someone using it. I would really prefer that happen, right? Because we never see that. And this is exactly what an alligator fruit or even a snake type devil fruit, which will be a future video, would be good for. I'm a regular animal, and what are regular animals in One Piece, right? But you can go for a regular animal type dealio and trick someone, beat the crap out of them, bite them, gator roll them, and then shift into hybrid form, and like wham, like that's some pretty good combat techniques right there. And that's pretty much all I got for this fruit, because you have your tail swipe, you have your hard skin, you have your bite, you're gonna have good clawing. You might not, your arms might be a little short actually, but hockey applications for this fruit, 6 powers applications for this fruit. Maybe you can do finger pistol but with your tail, and I guess that goes same with the Rankyaku, and then you can also do it with like the fang pistol like we saw Who's Who doing, but I guess you would be doing like a fang cannon, considering the crocodile's bite strength is ridiculous. So there's some good applications right there. But with observation hockey in your animal form, you could probably do some real serious damage. Now, going into the next devil fruit, this one is going to be a hot topic. I don't know how many people will debate me on this, but we're going to do the blood fruit as a paramecia, because the more I looked up what blood is and how blood is treated in an elemental aspect, it's not what Oda would put as an element personally, because it's not like you can just walk outside or go somewhere in the world where blood naturally occurs, right? Like, it's in us, it's in animals, you know, it's not necessarily a naturally occurring nature substance, which really, that is kind of the thing with Logia. You know, it's something that you can find outside. It is an element, be it weather, ground, you know, something like that, because there are ground Logias. You know, you got the Mori Mori no Mi, the woodsman fruit, where, you know, you're a forest, crocodile's fruit, caribou's fruit. I can't think of other ground-based Logia, but there's 3 right there. So for the blood fruit, right, you are a paramecia that can control, there's 2 ways I can think of this, is you, regular style, you use your blood and it's no drawback to you, or there is a drawback. You know, there can be a severe weakness to this, but you can use this to form blood constructs, what have you, but you might, you know, that might be a mistake if you get punched and you lose concentration and you just drain yourself of blood really fast. Another way I can think of this devil fruit working is there is no drawback. You can just summon unlimited amounts of blood from your body. It's almost like a secondary resource to you. However you choose to express it up to you. You know, you can use blood projectiles. Hey, this is mid-editing Ricky, and I noticed that I didn't bring up Atrocitus, who is in my thumbnail for the video, so I do apologize. So basically, a power of the blood fruit should definitely be vomiting your own blood on people, just like Atrocitus does, because that is hilarious. Now, I wouldn't think that you're gonna have like the magma aspect of the blood, but you know, just like, it's just, come on, that's amazing, right? Sorry. Constructs, stuff like that. But again, I don't know if that like would, you know, constitute a weakness or not, because a lot of devil fruits do have that weakness. You know, Luffy is weak to cutting. Sugar has to make a contract with her toys, stuff of that nature. Crocodile is like 4 times weak to water than the average devil fruit user. Just getting a little bit on him makes him useless in that section of his body. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that a paramecia version of this, the way I think it would work is you have a certain amount you can do before you go like limp, before you're just anemic and you're weak. But on that, like, with that being said, some of the powers of it, you know, one of them is eating high protein foods will get your blood back very fast, things of that nature, right? An awakening for this, I think it would let you control the blood in other people, maybe via blood bending like an avatar, or you just straight drain them. I don't know if you need fangs necessarily, or if it's just like, if, you know, that you cut them with your blood construct and all of a sudden you're just bleeding someone dry. If not, I guess the other type of awakening we could see is, you know, touching something, turning it to blood, and you absorb said blood. Maybe one of your basic techniques is absorbing blood from other people, and when you awaken it, you just blood bend it. Just let me know what you think in the comments. That one's a little bit difficult to come up with, but it's something I wanted to think of, given that we've seen Stussy being a weird vampire bat thing. We don't know if she's an actual vampire or if she's just a bat, and you know, we don't know why she puts people to sleep. So I was just wondering, like, if we get her devil fruit reveal, will it be something related to blood or not? That's the only reason why I put this one in the video. I wanted to think about it a little bit more, but I couldn't really tell you. I guess another person that comes to mind is Scarlet from the Mortal Kombat series. She debuted in Mortal Kombat 9 as a DLC character, but then fully fleshed out in Mortal Kombat 11, I believe. And she has some fantastic powers. And I don't know if those are, like, that's just her summoning blood or using her own blood as a construct, but I don't think she takes damage using it. I haven't played Mortal Kombat 11 in like well over a year. But, you know, with the announcement of Mortal Kombat 1, I was hoping that she would come back as a better, more fleshed out character. Because I didn't really like her weird, I mean, I don't want to bring it up in this video, but like, look up her story with Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 11 and tell me if you were able to not throw up afterwards. So that was the video. basically these 3 devil fruits I've had on my mind for a while. The next devil fruit video will probably be user suggested ones. I know one of my commenters, Ethan, has a vector fruit, which I have been working on for a couple of weeks now because there's a lot of nuances when it comes to using vectors, and I'm not good at math. But that was the video. I had a lot of fun thinking of this. Hammer fruit paramecia and mythical Zoan model variant for Thor. Then we have the crocodile devil fruit, and then we have, Zoan, and then we have the paramecia blood type. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any suggestions, let me know down below in the comments. If you want to buy a devil fruit video, $5 on my Ko-Fi, and you can either put it in the Ko-Fi yourself or contact me via one of my other channels. You can leave the comment on the video, hey, I paid for the Ko-Fi, and I'll see it, and then we can go from there. My email is in my contact bio, and it will give you your own dedicated devil fruit video, guaranteed 15+ minutes with the whole shebang: attack types, hockey preference, awakening, and different paths. So let me know what you think. Merch Hunter Ricky, and have a good night, everyone.